All right, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing well. How are you?
Hanging in there. Since last we spoke,
It's been a while since we caught up on this thing.
yeah. Brian Dable has been fired. Shane Bowen has been fired. Hopefully, Joe Shane's departure is imminent after today's horrific press conference.
It would be hard to watch that and come away with anything else. That was my kind of takeaway was that there's just it doesn't seem like there's any other option.
5 wins in 30 games is unacceptable. How you can think that this team is headed in the positive direction after getting blown out by the
Right.
Patriots last night, after having no tangible improvement upon departure of Dable, upon casting aside Bowen. The defense still stinks.
Yeah.
Bill Carter is not showing up. They don't have. They don't. Where do they dominate? Where are their advantages against other NFL teams?
Not a single area. And I would even say so take the off-field stuff out of the picture, which you can't do, but just take that out of it. You can't like talk to people the way he did. It's not like it's 6 weeks into his first season as GM. It's been 4 years.
The thing is, he acts like they're just getting going, buddy. It's been
Right.
4 years.
4 years. And it's not gotten any better. You're saying that you have your quarterback. He's played 7 weeks. He's 2-6 as a starter, I believe. And he seems quite injury prone. So I don't know if you can make that case that he's your horse that you're sticking with. And the reporter asked him straight up, like, hey, did you want him or did Dable want him? And he kind of brushed it off and laughed about it. But that's everything I heard. I heard Dable wanted him. Shane did.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Shane, you're looking for the closest life draft that comes your way
And that's
on the
Jackson Dart.
championship.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I wanted him. I looked at him, which I get. Like, these guys, I mean, if they're not evaluating every quarterback possible, they're not doing their job. So I believe they evaluated him. I believe they looked at him. Did they want? Like, you can just say, hey, we looked at him really intently. That doesn't mean you really wanted him. But when you get called on it, you can just say, yeah, we looked at him a lot. Because you probably did.
Did you hear his reference when he was talking about players that you could have versus players they got? He said, yeah, if you sign that running back, then you don't get Umanor and John Runyon. I'm like, okay, I'll take Saquon Barkley over those two guys.
I was fine with letting Saquon leave because he's actually not playing that well this year, Saquon.
Agreed, but he was the best player in the league last year. So
that's the thing. When you're a team that's that bad, I've kind of come around to just get the best players on your team and figure it out from there.
His jersey would have been in the rafters. If he stuck around for 3 or 4 more years, you would have hung his jersey in the rafters.
Yeah, but it also probably would have been a wasted career because
a waste of what?
Saquon's talent on the Giants.
For him, yeah, definitely. He made the right call going to Philly. But from a Giants fan perspective, I'd rather they couldn't get worse than 5-30 since he left or whenever.
Yeah, like people were saying draft Caleb Downs from Ohio State. Like, oh, is the safety worth it? I'm like, if he's the best player, just give me the best player.
So he would say no, though, because he was saying in this press conference, you get pass protection, pass rush, and quarterback. That's like your 3 things.
Okay, he's gotten them.
Yeah, kind of. He hasn't done anything, right? No,
couldn't
agree. That's why his construction is just way off. He paid Russell Wilson. He's paying him. Is it $10 or $15 million?
I don't know. They didn't ask a lot of backup quarterback questions because they botched that. He took like 12. He took so few questions,
and he answered them with the "I understand what you're saying," which you do. So then you're purposely then just throwing it back in my face by not answering it. So you understand the question, you're just refusing to answer
it. I hate how all coaches, all GMs, upon underperformance, they go, it starts with me. I'm responsible.
Then
and then they're like, it's everyone else's fault. Like, it's such lip service.
If that's the case, then you got to be the first to go, even like with Daboll, before Daboll. I mean, you're not going to fire yourself, but that even just shows the ineptitude of the ownership. He's taking full accountability. He says, it starts with me. This is mine. And you're still giving him a leash, even though you're firing the coaches left and right. Like, that's crazy.
Someone asked him, okay, Daboll's left, Bowen's left. They've taken the hits. Why haven't you?
Yeah.
And he hemmed and hawed big time.
I think he got a little pissed off by that question, and that's when he started getting hot.
Is that not the fairest framing?
It's a very fair question, but I think he was starting to get hot there.
He has no answer for why should Giants fans trust you to get this right.
There's no answer for that. He also, I mean, he doesn't have any qualifications now to why you'd be a GM. Like, what in 4 years, what has he done well as a general manager? The defense is the 30th in the league right now, and it's the second highest paid defense. That's all him. That's 100% him choosing these players, paying these players.
We got a good young core. How about a difference maker? You have 0 difference makers.
And if you want to blame coaching, okay, you can blame coaching, but he brought on the coaches too. It's like it's all his.
Okay, who do you want as the next coach?
Tom Coughlin.
You are my dad.
I think I said this the last time we were speaking about it. I say that in jest. But at the same time, I don't see anybody else out there. And they're saying the Giants' job is desirable. I don't really think it's that desirable. The organization is just toxic right now. I don't think it's desirable.
It totally is. I don't think they think it's toxic. It totally is.
Oh, completely. Yeah.
Awful for
a decade plus.
Years.
Yeah.
They won the Super Bowl in 2011. They have not won a playoff game since.
One playoff game.
What playoff game did they win since 2011?
Daboll.
Yes. They've won one playoff game since.
No, I don't see a coach that really wants this job. Granted, it is a job, but they're going to get somebody that I don't like because of that, unfortunately.
The big name is the Shula, the Rams defensive coordinator.
Oh my God. I actually think I would definitely like him. That's a name? I didn't think that was even a possibility.
Yeah, I think, but he just gave up 30 to the Panthers.
Yeah, the tree under what's his name?
McVay is so solid.
The McVay tree, that sounds fine to me compared to any other option I was thinking of, like a college guy or a Mike McCarthy or anything like that.
Do you know who I would love? Speaking of Coughlin, I would love it. It's not going to happen. Saban.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
I think if you give Saban like, hey, do you want to try the pros one more time?
Yeah.
College is a mess because he hates the atmosphere of college. I think he does like doing that college game day show.
Yeah. Why would
he? Hey, Saban, you have a quarterback that you've played against. Like, this won't hopefully take 7 years. It could take 5 to be kind of good. Do you 5 years?
It's a long time.
Groom your successor. I don't know. I just want some guys to come in there and kick some ass.
That's the word though. Is kick some ass. Like, I was thinking Antonio Pierce, like Giants connection, was on a Super Bowl team, has head coaching experience. It didn't work out in Oakland. They're dumpster fire also. Say that again?
His head coaching experience was terrible.
I know, but Oakland's a dumpster fire too. Maybe even more so.
I know.
So I don't know if I blame anyone for going in that literal black hole.
I know. Carroll can't do anything. Literal. Good pun there. Good job.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of like old players who I wouldn't mind seeing coming back, but the team has been crap for so long that there aren't any like good old players that I would want back.
Yeah. I would love Tomlin.
I would take Tomlin. Yep, I would be okay with that.
Did you trade for him? We lost our second round pick this year or something.
For a second, yeah, I would. Yeah, sure. Why? Yeah, whatever.
He'd kick ass, yeah.
Honestly, if he could get this team back to 8 or 9 wins a year, that would be a huge win.
They've been very, very bad for a very long time.
Worst team by any metric. If you look at like 4 years, 6 years, whatever.
What does Mara say if he brings Shane back?
What's killing me also about it too is that it's the Giants, the Jets are pretty inept too. Whatever, throw a couple other teams. The Patriots just did a full rebuild in like 2 4-win seasons.
It sucks.
They had 2 4-win seasons, and now, granted, whatever, they've won 10 or 11 games against a weak schedule. They just beat the hell out of the Giants, though.
We were in the exact same position as them 2 drafts ago when we got Neighbors and they got May. We were a game worse than them.
And think about that. That was their second quarterback because they missed on Mac Jones. So they've gone through 2 first-round quarterbacks and are already back. Chicago is the same thing. Chicago went from Fields to Caleb, and now they're looking good too. And they built an offensive line. They're running the ball like crazy. I just don't know how the Giants have missed this rebuild so much, so frequently, so badly.
You just get rid of good players and you don't bring in good players.
It's just that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it.
That's how it's done.
It too.
All right.
The biggest thing for me is that I can't believe this defense can't get to the quarterback.
Everything sucks.
I want Wink Martindale back so badly because I think he only left because of Dable.
Yeah, him and Dable didn't like each other.
Yeah, because Wink was just that defense was just fun. He gave up a lot of yards and a lot of points and stuff, but he just got after it.
That Bowen defense was so bland.
Yeah, and it's just talent has to get you somewhere too. They're just not being. I don't know if it's motivated or put in the right place or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. I think I need someone who's going to come in and crack the whip and be like, we need to elevate our compete level. Like, everything is just so.
Yeah, like they must. I mean, the stuff with Carter is crazy. I don't think I've ever heard of this before.
The fact that Abdul Carter wanted to wear 56 makes me.
Yeah, that's nuts, isn't it? Yeah.
It makes me want to, like, I honestly thought, oh, wow, that'd be pretty cool. Because I think it's cool that the Cowboys, like, all their stud receivers wear 88. I was like, it'd be cool if we started that for the Giants.
Yeah.
Thank God that did not happen.
Yeah, I think about that. I was just thinking about that today also, actually.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's a very, very dark place in Giants land right now, that's for sure.
Just if they fire Shane, I can buy back in. Because if you told me at the beginning of the year you get a good young quarterback and you get rid of Dable and Shane, I would have signed up for that.
In a top 5 pick. Top 5 pick in a seems like pretty loaded top end draft.
I just don't want to be out by Halloween anymore. They've been out by Halloween for the last 3 years.
Yeah, this year I was kind of I was curious, I'll say that, more so than years past because of, well, Dart and then Winston is kind of fun. So I was curious this year.
Yeah, Winston, I get it, but I was out after the Denver game. After Denver lost.
Yeah, that really did it. And again, though, it's just, he really hasn't done anything right. In the offseason, I remember being like livid, like not understanding the Russell Wilson signing one bit. To pay him $10 million, going back in years before that, to pay Devin Singletary like $10 or $12 million a year. They're things that just didn't make any sense at the time. And I kind of looked through it and looked past it, but they were just dumb. They were just flat out dumb.
They're paying Darius Slayton the exact same contract they didn't want to give Xavier McKinney.
Yeah, just dumb.
Darius Slayton can be found on every single NFL team.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 of them. It's
like they don't value difference makers.
There's 2. There's one right now. They just picked up Hodgins from nothing basically, and he's fine with Darius Slayton.
If you gave me spin a wheel of Hodgins or Slayton, I don't care which way it lands.
No, same. Yep.
All right. Want to get into Bourne identity? You got anything else?
Last thing I'll say is that if he's excited about next year having Dart, Scadaboo, Malik, a half of Andrew Thomas, if you can get him, whatever, maybe Andrew Thomas. He's excited about that, and then he's excited about the defense. It's going to be the same thing next year, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Next year is contingent upon Shane not being here.
Yeah, agreed. And, I mean, unless they bring in the best coach you could think of, I just don't see any of those guys out there. It's not like 2 years ago. 2 years ago or a year ago, there was Ben Johnson and Vrabel and, like, all these guys that you wanted. I don't really want any of the coaches that I've heard about so far.
Yeah. The fact that we could have had Ben Johnson was out there, that was a layup hire. I know we didn't have a quarterback at the time, so he's probably going to Chicago either way. But everyone knew that guy was a good coach.
Yeah, I didn't as much, but it's pretty obvious now.
I have no confidence in Shane building a defense, building a team, improving this. Because then, okay, so he stays for a year, you hire a coach, and then they suck next year. You're not going to keep Shane.
Even the pick. So Abdul Carter was the pick at 3. That's the pick you had to make. It's the right pick. Everyone agreed.
Yes.
Why isn't he even playing? What is going on in this organization that he's screwing up so much that he's getting benched for quarters? That's just a toxic organization.
What is our plan for player development? Deontay Banks has gotten worse each year. His rookie year, he was not that bad. Do they work on skill improvement, individual skill improvement?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, it's a top 5 pick again, but they're not doing anything with their picks.
They can't develop players.
Evan Neal.
I don't know if that's coaching, not.
Kayvon Thibodeau is probably going to be on his way out.
He's a dime a dozen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm scared that they're going to pay him.
They probably will.
I think
because they value pass rushers, but
correct.
He has no difference maker quality. He's not super powerful. He's not super fast.
He did if he was developed, because his junior year of at Oregon or whatever, he was supposed to be the number 1 pick, and then they got him at 5. It was supposed to be a steal, and they paired him with Brian Burns and Abdul Carter, and it just hasn't happened.
No. The slight misses that all Giants.
Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau. Those guys can't get to the quarterback.
Lando, they've blown fourth quarter leads. That's when the other team has to pass. You know you are pass rushing.
I know. I've been watching those games. I've just been like thinking that it's going to be there, thinking that the pass rush will get there, and it just never does. Yeah, whatever. Now, I mean, if a coach comes in who I could really get behind, but I don't think that's possible. And then if Shane is gone, which it just seems like it's not. It seems like he's here because he's.
I don't think so. I think they fire him. I do. I think they fire him
before the draft. So you got to do so.
No, at the end of the year, they're going to hire a GM. They're going to hire maybe the assistant GM and Shula from the Rams. Same thing they did with Shane and Dable.
Pair them together, yeah.
Maybe. I'll take that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's that bad of a job if they're friendly or they.
I was very excited when Shane and Dable came in together. I was excited for that.
You and me both.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Okay. Bourne Identity by Robert Ludlum. Published in 1980. A man is pulled from the Mediterranean Sea, barely alive, with bullet wounds and no memory of who he is. The only clues to his identity are a set of mysterious microfilm embedded bank account numbers and a name tied to a Swiss bank based in Bourne. As he begins to piece together his past, he discovers that he possesses exceptional combat skills, languages, and tradecraft, abilities that hint at a life lived in the shadows. But each answer leads to more questions, and powerful forces from the international intelligence world are suddenly intent on finding him.
Good book. I liked it. I actually like the movie better, and that's hasn't been the case with a lot that we've spoken about. Yeah, I like the movie better. It was just quicker, more action. This wasn't as much action.
I have never wanted to interview a screenwriter more than how they got the Born Identity movie from this
How they
book.
took so much or so little from the book and made it into the movie. Yeah, agreed.
Okay, they totally revamp, restylize, rejiggered, whatever, however you want to recomported this story into the movie, and the movie is better than the book
Yeah,
by a significant margin.
yeah.
Let's go over the book. The book has a whole plot, main plot is nowhere in the movie at all about Carlos,
Yes.
this international assassin who's responsible for murders across the world,
Like
and
yeah,
and the C-
like James Bond, Spectre. It's like that
yes,
ultimate
yes,
villain. Yeah.
and the CIA is trying to capture, kill him, whatever. So they set up this Jason Bourne, Kane, mysterious alter ego as a kind of foil for him for whenever famous politician or noteworthy person dies, they spread it through the underworld that Kane did it.
Yeah.
So Carlos thinks there's another assassin out there. So he's trying to take out this other assassin because he and his team want to be the best, or more or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah. They created a fake competition of international assassins.
Yeah. Wild plot that's nowhere near anywhere talked about in the show. And Treadzone is kind of a bad guy, but not the main antagonist in this. And nowhere
No.
near as nefarious as it is in the movie.
No. Right.
In the movie, they have like a black ops, you know, this goes beyond the president, off the book CIA, you know, secret, not agency, secret project that, they want to get Jason Bourne because they don't want it to get out about what they're doing.
Yeah. And the big weird twist about the book is that he didn't actually he trained and pretended to do all of these things and assassinations, but he never actually did them.
Yeah, that is also very weird, and also um, how much Carlos is going after Bourne. Like, if there's another one out there, I don't know why you immediately want to kill him, or why Bourne wants to kill Carlos because he doesn't. He didn't. They talk about how his family died in Vietnam. There's a lot of Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah.
He's a Vietnam,
Which only
special
makes
ops.
sense. That only makes sense. Like the Vietnam flashbacks, it only makes sense if the book was written in 1980, because then you're
Yeah,
talking about that time gap. When
you
the
definitely
movie
can do that.
came out, you can't bring it back to Vietnam.
Yeah.
He's too young of a guy. Yeah.
So it's a little hodgepodge in that sense. The motivation wise, the motivation and the pace of the movie are so much better.
Yeah. Agreed.
And the whole angle of the French uh, designer
Yeah.
boutique
Yeah.
kind of lost me for that second quarter,
Yeah.
where it's
Again,
like the woman is the agent, and the guy takes all the orders. He's spying on them, so he's actually a good guy. It's very like
there is some like good guy, bad guy overlaps there too, which again was one of the things that I like the movie better, because it's so black and white. It's just Jason Bourne against everybody.
it's much more streamlined.
Yeah.
The movie does better. The amnesia is better in the movie. The antagonist is better in the movie. The pace.
I don't really like the Marie character in the book.
Yeah, Jason Bourne is more in in. I knew it was going to be very different when Bourne meets Marie in in Zurich.
Seminar, yeah.
Yeah, in the seminar in Zurich, because he's kind of a bad guy. He's like manhandling her and
Right.
like putting a gun to her temple, and he's basically using her as a human shield to get out of all this stuff. And
Yeah.
it's done so well in the movies where he's like shy, he's uncertain, he doesn't know how to really approach it. He's much more unsure of himself in the movie until he like
In the movie, I think it's better in that he snaps in and out.
yes.
So like they tried to do that in the book of him snapping in and out, but his snapping in was almost like he was having like a seizure. Like
His
there'd be times where he would get like really angry or something like that, and the Marie character in the book would know how to calm him down and have to work through his mental gymnastics to try and come up with memories. I didn't like that. I didn't want that to continue.
well the amnesia didn't work as well in the book because his backstory was so convoluted that you're forgetting a convoluted backstory.
Yeah, right. That's what I was
It
saying
works
before.
well in
He
the
wasn't
movie because
remembering
you're
his own.
forgetting a very straightforward thing. So you're just trying to progress along with the character.
Right. He wasn't just finding out that he potentially did things in the past. He was trying to find out that he pretended to do things in the past to find somebody who's trying to do the things. It was too much. Like
I will say
in the they didn't cover this at all in the book, but in the movie he gets shot by the guy he's got to assassinate, but then he backs out because he has like a change of heart or whatever.
yeah, Wombosi.
Yeah,
I watched it
so
like
he
a
has
month
a
ago.
change of heart. He gets shot in the back, and then that's kind of how it happens. And they made that like that's all the backstory I needed. Like he was an assassin, he was a killer, and then he had a change of heart. Perfect.
Yep. And the CIA wants to cover up that they were going to kill a African,
which makes sense.
World leader. Yes.
Yeah, I did not need all the rest.
I do like the plot line with the French general and his, gold digger wife being Carlos's number 2.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. Also, Treadstone in the book being like more of like a brownstone on the Upper East Side rather than like a big office building is kind of cool. It seemed like John Wick. I haven't seen all the John Wick movies, but it being like a exclusive, multi-million-dollar brownstone on Upper East Side. Shout out 71st Street where I used to live. But
and just like 3 or 4 people with some code names in there. Yeah, I kind of thought that was cool too.
But also Carlos getting away at the end is like.
Well, I think it's I think the books are series where it's more like James Bond or yeah. And also to my point, I have no interest in continuing the series.
It was long, almost 600 pages. Like 5, yeah. And I like Marie better in the Marie. I bet if you just
That's what I said.
You kind of would not like Marie in the movie, but she's a much bigger character in the book, and she immediately loves Jason Bourne. She was like, "I love you, darling."
Yeah, yeah. No, I like Marie in the movie much better. Because originally in the movie it's initially about money, like he's gonna pay her and he pays her. Like there wasn't money. He basically forced herself, and then she started feeling bad for him, and then she fell in love with him. It was just weird.
He's literally pointing a gun at her head and then move this way and like almost breaking her arm and using her as a human shield.
And also I didn't like in the book how this is bad to say. It's not that I didn't like it, but she contributed. Like she was smart. Like she knew financial backing and money transfers and things like that. So she was more of an accomplice to what he needed. No, Jason Bourne could do it all. He doesn't need anybody.
It is, yeah. She used him because he was talking in his sleep. She was doing that kind of scene like the Paris about like the cashier's checks and like trying to get money and out of Zurich. Her being kind of swept up in his escape kind of underworld was much better than kind of joining him and then automatically helping and like, oh, I'm in a world of assassins. Let me figure out how to help you with this rather than being like, this is terrifying. Why are you racing my car through Berlin or wherever they are in the movie.
Yeah. And I forgot, but I'm remembering now. No, the reason she really like falls for him is because he saves her from being
The rape.
murdered in the car. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
And everyone knows that when a woman is raped, they immediately want to fall in love and
The next guy they see.
That's a 1980 in there for you. Okay, is there anything you like more, like a little bit more in the book than the movie?
It probably wouldn't play for the. Probably wouldn't play in a movie. I did kind of like the doctor, like the initial psychologist doctor.
Great pick. Great pick. Yeah, I call doctor as a character.
Yeah, that again is kind of like this could be a cool like John Wick character for that piece of it. But that I kind of liked because he seemed to know more about Jason Bourne than Jason did, and so he knew more than the audience, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought the Carlos character when he's like dressed up as a priest is kind of cool. Yeah. Like he could have been. They have too many go-betweens. If it was just, they shouldn't have had Carlos have accomplices. It should have just been mano y mano, Carlos versus Jason Bourne.
That again that's like the Spectre. So there's the head of it and then all the tentacles. Yeah, it was just a little too James Bond like.
Very much influenced by James Bond.
Yeah, big time. But the movie isn't at all.
Did you not think during wow, I'm really interested how they got from the book to the movie? I thought that the whole time. Every chapter I was like, wow, they really did a great job of adapting this book.
Yeah. Yeah. Even to completely change up the character of like Marie, for example, I thought that was spot on for what a movie should be. A very good movie.
I've heard an interview with George R.R. Martin where various studios or production companies came up to him saying, hey, let's make Game of Thrones into a movie and we'll just follow Jon. It'll be Jon's story. Mm-hmm. Or we'll just follow Daenerys Targaryen. It'll be Daenerys' story. Like, Princess gets exiled or grows dragons and then makes her way back home. And I was like, that's so stupid. Like, I'm so glad he never did that. But now reading this book, I'm like, oh, I bet a really talented person could do it.
I think so too.
Because this book is long. It's methodical.
You probably need more time because
the Bourne movie is streamlined, fast-paced, completely different tone.
I think you would need that gap though. So for the book to be written in 1980, I didn't know it was a book. I don't know anybody who's read it. It's not something I've come across before. I forget how we did come across it, but yeah, I think you need that gap between the book and the movie to give it a shot like that.
But I feel like it is kind of a staple of action spy books.
Oh yeah, you do?
I think it is kind of. I think people would label it with Tom Clancy, like Robert Ludlum.
Yeah, especially when it's written in 1980. So from that time period, I could see that.
All right. I'm gonna write down the scores. I gotta get the Google sheet back up. But you got a score for me?
5-5.
5-5. Double nickels. I'm gonna go a little bit lower than you. I'll go 4-8.
Yeah.
I think you just gotta watch the movie.
It was really long. You're right too. This isn't like a book that you could just pick up and read in a weekend. It was long.
It was long, and I assume everyone who will read this book will watch the movie first and will be like, I'm going to see if I can reach out to just for kicks the screenwriter and be like, we are really impressed by what you did. They say no, or they don't get back to me. But I would just love to hear.
I would be curious about that. Yeah. Or if the author was like involved at all during the process, or maybe not at all.
What do you feel like if you were the author, if you're Robert Ludlum and you saw the movie? I think I would be kind of bummed, but I'd understand it.
Yeah, I think I would be kind of bummed too. But then again, like you're writing a book for people to read. You're making a movie for people to watch. I think that's two different things.
I think, but you probably put a lot of care into developing the Carlos character, and it'd be like, hey, yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, yeah. That's a very good point.
All right, next week or in 2 weeks, we're gonna try this every beginning of the week, bi-weekly. We got Genghis Khan, Making of the
Nice.
Modern World.
Yeah,
All good?
yeah. That's a good segue. Something kind of completely different.
Yeah. You brought it up. I read it before. We'll leave with this. Interested in Genghis Khan? You suggested it. Why Genghis Khan?
I don't know. Why did I suggest it? I haven't ever read anything about him, and now that I have read that book, I knew nothing.
He's
I knew nothing except for the name. But yeah, but I'm very glad I read the book. We'll get into it then because I knew nothing,
Genghis Khan and the Mongols are fascinating.
and they are just vital to where we are in society now.
Yeah. Yeah. Connected Europe to Asia. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Little tidbit there.
We'll look forward to catching up on that one. Yeah.
Absolutely. Good talking with you, brother. Have a good one.
All right, man.